Hi. Sorry, that surprised me. I was looking for the button to say go live and it was somewhere else. Welcome, everybody. Hi, it's nice to see you all here. I'd just like to say right at the beginning of the show, thank you very much for anybody who is on the replay crew. I've already had a few messages from people saying that they can't join me live or us live. As it is this week, but they'll be watching the replay. So if you're on the replay, leave a comment, have your say, be part of the conversation. And remember, if you've waited long enough for the live chat to be updated on YouTube, when you watch back, you can swipe left and then you can select replay live chat as it happens. So you can see what other people are saying and what they're commenting as we go through the show in the same time that we all saw the comments pop up. So that's great. Thank you very, very, very much. And again, if you're here live, it's brilliant that you're here. I really appreciate all of you. Our community is really important, and this show tonight is all about how important this community is. And it's really important that we all work together and grow together. It's a great privilege to be part of the YouTube community. I've made so many friends and met so many people, and you will meet one of those amazing people later on. It's a little bit of a surprise for you guys, so that'll be really, really nice. And yeah, I've gained friendship, I've gained knowledge, I've gained really skilled gardening friends, and I am so privileged. So no matter what happens with the YouTube rules, I'm here anyway for the community. But I appreciate all of you for joining me. If you do have any questions during the show to ask myself or my guest, who I'm not telling who it is yet, it's going to be a bit of a surprise. Some of you will know her, some of you might not. It'd be a great introduction to you guys if you don't know her. But if you either type your whole question in caps lock, or if you're not confident doing that, just put a capital QQQ, and then I will be able to pick that out of the chat much more easily. Okay, and that being said, I'm really, really happy that you guys are here, and I'm just going to look in the chat and see who's in already. And then I've got a little tiny bit of farm news, and then I will stop teasing you and I will reveal who is going to be the guest. So right at the top of the show, always first in the chat, is our friend Jay Dixon from Ecology Today, who's also the show facilitator. And I always thank her, not just on behalf of myself, but on behalf of the whole community, because she supports so many channels and she does such good work in helping creators like myself and lots of others. So an amazing lady, and she also, in real life, real gardening, real food for people that need it, she's also working on that as well. So an amazing lady. And then also I'd like to say hi. Next in was Shawnee Groves, and she's excited about the topic we've chosen. Can't wait to hear our take on the situation. And I think a lot of us will have found that our feelings started out one way and have kind of changed as the news sunk in and we've thought about it. It's also great to see Michael O'Connor. Hi, nice to see you in today. Let's see. And Kirsty is also here. Hi, Kirsty. Nice to see you. And yay, Maureen. Hi, I haven't seen you for a little while. It's nice to see you on as well. And Truda, I think I've said that right, Truda. If I've got it wrong, let me know. From Troad's Garden. Nice to see you in. And let's see, who else do we? We have Stella's in as well. Thank you, Stella. Nice to see you in and about. And Meg, you're becoming a regular, Meg. It's becoming a habit. It's nice to see you in. And Pete, hi, all finished Onion News earlier, so I can join you all. Brilliant, Pete. I will be watching Onion News later. I hope you got my final weight weigh-in. I sent you the video for that. Yesterday, I think. I tried to send it at the weekend and it all got a bit mad and crazy. And I've got a little bit of farm news, and I think you'll like the result because you will directly benefit from my farm news. And we have Half Homestead. Hi all, new name. I don't recognize you. from before, so it's nice to have you join us. I'm very happy to welcome you, as we all are. Just scrolling down to see if I've missed anybody. Don't think I have. Oh, yes, I have. How could I not mention? Hi, Robin. Nice to see you. So Robin is calling in from Chicagoland, hot and stuck in the kitchen preserving. Oh, poor me, so much food to preserve. Yeah, lol. I think we're all there. We're all. I literally just finished preserving about half an hour before I had to rush upstairs and sort up my computer. And fabulous, nice to see you in Simplify Gardening. Brilliant. I was thinking about you, or I've been thinking about you all summer with your work in Wales with the fire service. It's been quite a grueling year for you guys, so my thoughts were with you. And Michael here saying he's from Zone 8A, 7B, Northern Alabama Mountains in the USA. Hi, Michael. Loads of people in tonight. It is a very good topic. And I think there's a lot going on in chat. I think that might be it. That may well be everybody that's in. I'll keep an eye and see if anybody else joins, but it's brilliant to have you all here. Tiny bit of farm news, and Pete will be very excited to hear this. Kevin went to freezer camp. Now it's a bittersweet because he was such a nice boy, and we did all love him. And I got a bit of a shock because I knew he was a big boy, but he turned out to be even bigger than I thought. And I thought I was going to get 100 kilos of sausages back, and I got in excess of 150 kilos of sausage. So Pete, I will be coming to visit you very soon, and I will probably have some sausages with me. So yeah, I hope you like sausages, Pete. So that happened. That was a little bit of a shocker. The other bit of news is the harvest is rolling in, and there is so much preserving to be done now. Sean's going, wow, yeah. Farm news day. Kevin's at freeze camp, a big boy. Yeah. It's just so much. And for those people who are working in pounds in America, it's probably about 350 pounds of sausages, I think. So it's a lot of sausages, and I've got to package them all because they came in big 10-kilo crates, and if I freeze them like that, it'll never work getting them out of the freezers. So I am vacuum packing them all. A very time consuming job, but that's today and tomorrow job. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. And there we go. 18-hour shifts, 6 days a week, spent the day off sleeping. I am sure you did. That is, yeah, so many wildfires. For those people that are watching from the States, I'm sure you're aware, you guys get wildfires a lot more frequently historically than us, but we seem to be getting a lot of those at the moment. But thank you. Okay, so I have teased you for long enough. I put out a little short to say, hey guys, let's talk about this YouTube thing that everybody's got this alert and this message about. And somebody messaged me and went, I'd be interested in having my say in this topic. And this comes from a wonderful gardener with a wonderful channel. And I wasn't actually aware that this person had not been monetized yet, because they have been around for quite a while and they have some really fabulous content. And I have done a little bit of collaboration with this person before. They grow at an allotment. They grow abundantly. They grow in harmony with nature. They utilize lots of different strategies. A lot of them are permaculture type strategies. So we grow in a very similar way. This amazing lady has been using straw bales this year. Oh, she's used them previously, but this year she did a whole series on how to prepare your straw bales. And a few of you will be like, I think I know who this is. I would really very much like to welcome to the stage Stella from Growing with Stella. Hi.
Hello, 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 hello. Hi, thank you for having me, Joe.
Oh, I was thrilled when you said, "Oh, could I?" I'd actually been thinking I must email Stella and see if she wants to join me on a live. And then obviously the
Yes,
topic that piqued your interest popped up, and you messaged me, so I was thrilled.
absolutely. I was not going to, leave it behind because of the fact that, hold on a minute. I wanted to make sure that I could actually see exactly what's going on and
Mm,
be able to put my words in there as well because it
mm.
was a shock. And I tell you, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God. Because I was working towards it. I've been trying to improve everything for a while. And oh, thank you, Tony. I feel so I
Ah.
feel, I was just flabbergasted. And then initially I scrambled and I started, oh, Pete, you're so funny. I started thinking, I started doing my mathematics calculations to see whether or not I can actually get there. And then I realized that, nah, it's not going to happen, not at the rate
Yeah.
I'm growing. I'm growing organically. When you look at my numbers, the numbers say that I'm growing and I'm continuing to pull in the viewers, but it's at a slow organic rate, almost like my gardening.
Which is
And go on.
sus- it's sustainable, but it doesn't help having the timeline, does it?
No, the
I
timeline
think
is.
because some people on here, I think most people on the channel, but some that view later may not actually be YouTubers. They may just enjoy watching content. So I guess we should really explain what all the pent up furor is all about. We're all like, YouTube, done.
Mm,
So basically, YouTube sent everybody a notification. We get updates about, oh, look what's happening with YouTube, and have you thought about this? All lovely, friendly things. And then we got a lovely, friendly one that went, oh, we're changing a few things come February. And when we looked at it, to become monetized as a channel, you need to have 1,000 people had subscribed, and you need to have 4,000 watch hours each year. So not in total since you started the channel, but within the previous 12 months from
mm-hmm.
when they look at um, uh, your stats. And yes, Shawnee's quite right. She's popped on there that tier one is a bit different. So tier one is still 500 subscribers and 3,000 valid public watch hours in 365 days. And then you can get membership, super chat, stickers, super thanks, and YouTube shopping. So partial monetization, and that's brilliant. And what I would mention to anyone watching America, Brits are much more tight-fisted and much more difficult to say. We're reserved. First of all, we never talk
Mm-hmm.
about or ask for money. And
Mm-hmm.
secondly, we as a race, I think probably because the government has most of our money in tax already, we really dread being asked for money because
Mm.
we're so reserved and quiet. We always say yes, even if we mean no.
Yeah, I
I think it's
know.
just the way we
I
are.
think it's
We're
the
just
stiff upper
put up with.
lip, and
It is.
we persevere and we will carry on regardless,
Mm,
and grin and bear it. And even if you're
yeah,
struggling and you'll be like, I am all right, no, thank you. Even
yeah.
if you would want to say yes, please, you just say no, thank you, I'm fine, thank you, that's lovely, but no, it's all right, no. And then
It's
they'll
all
be saying, oh,
right.
come on. That's how it is. Now I've just
Did your
noticed that
mum
tone.
do the thing where if somebody offered you something when you're a child, like if they offer you sweets or a cake, they don't mean it.
Yeah.
If they offer you once, you say no, thank you. If they offer you a second time, you're allowed to say yes.
Yes,
Did you?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
Yeah.
then you'd somebody'd offer you something, you'd say no, thank you, because your mum was watching, and then
Mm-hmm.
you'd wait, and they knew the rule. It's like an unspoken British etiquette thing. It's so weird. Brits are so weird,
It
and they
is. It
knew they
is.
didn't have to offer it to you again, and you weren't going to ask for it, and their piece of
Exactly.
cake was safe.
Exactly. And my dad was very hot on that. Who around the back he'll say, you say no to everything. and then you go out and you be like, no, thank you. When as a child, you really want to say yes.
So,
Now,
yeah, I want the Smarties.
yeah, now
Yeah, sorry.
Tony is wanting to give us some advice. He said he's got a few bits
Oh,
and
brilliant.
pieces to actually feed back to us regarding it.
Excellent.
I don't know if I don't know if
Um,
Jay can actually find his comment and pin it, if Jay has that access, because
I
he's saying
don't
that
know if she
he,
does that.
yeah.
I'm looking
So
for it.
now that the AdSense idea is great, if you have a business idea that would actually provide you with funds by allowing you to set up your own sales on YouTube. But as you said, it took me ages to put in a buy me a coffee, because it was like, nah, I was brought up that you don't beg. And to me, that feels like begging. But then I thought I'll put it in. And, so far I've had one person who's actually utilized it. And it was because I sent them some seeds and bits and pieces. And so they actually in turn bought me a coffee, which was nice. It was an exchange in kind, and therefore it doesn't feel so bad. But for me, I felt like the partnership program where you get some of the AdSense revenue was more about the acknowledgement that you've arrived, but the point of arrival has now been moved further out. And as Tony says, that 8K hours suck for new creators. If you've just started, you lose the will to live. But
Yeah.
please do not. And something that was commented on when we actually talked about it on my live, which happened on Tuesday of this week, is the key issue we have with this is the fact that there are some creators out there who are small, have great ideas, and have entertaining videos that people like to watch. Unfortunately, some of them may give up as a result of seeing what is looking like an insurmountable mountain in front of them. And therefore, I felt, driven to actually come here, because Jenny also had a great idea. Because if you're wanting to actually get into a position where you're actually getting some of that AdSense revenue, you almost have to look at this like a business to a certain extent. If you're in work, you network. How much networking are you doing is the first question I ask us all. I mean, we've done some collaborations, but not everything. Who's this? Tony say everyone is stressing over the 8K watch time, but the big picture of things, YouTube monetization is nothing. It's a cherry on top. If creators build with looking
Oh,
for
sorry.
alternatives. That's all right.
Sorry. I
Yeah.
just,
So what
yeah.
Tony's
So
talking
it goes
about
so
is you,
many doors open.
yeah, so
Yeah.
many doors open. And he says YouTube are making it, AdSense is worthless, but it does help. But in reality, it's the pennies unless you're
Yeah.
getting a ton of views. And YouTube is making it harder too. I've seen my AdSense more than half, because if you do not know Tony, I don't know where you've been, guys. I
Of
really do
course I
not
know
know.
Tony. Of
Tony,
course I know
do,
Tony.
yes, you know Tony, but does everyone else in the chat know Tony? Because if you don't,
I
if you want,
don't think that. I don't think. Pete, do you know Tony? I don't know. I
I
think
don't know
everybody
that
knows.
Pete.
I think everybody knows Tony. Um,
Exactly.
Tony is a really, yeah. He's
Yeah.
everywhere, and he's a really good friend to lots of channels. So that's
Yes, yeah.
brilliant.
No, I love
Yeah,
Tony's videos. They're very educational, and they're what's the word? I don't even know what the word is. They're the type of
good.
video you
It's good
watch
on.
when you're trying to problem solve. And it doesn't matter when you're trying to problem solve, you can go back to them and they'll still make sense, because they're not about the moment you're in, but actually what the problem is. And
Yeah,
Tony is telling us that you can actually find ways. So maybe your challenge should be to get to those 500 subscribers, and then you can actually start to look at other avenues for actually starting to get an income from having a YouTube
yeah,
channel, rather than actually fixating on that AdSense. Because I feel like maybe there's some channels out there that have actually made out, they have millions of views, and therefore their AdSense revenue is huge.
yeah.
Now, even when you
Absolutely.
get to that 4,000 watch hours before February the 1st, or if you get to the 8,000 watch hours, I'm sure it's going to take quite a lot more than that for you to see more than a few pennies from that. Therefore,
Yeah,
maybe set your first target as being
yeah,
getting to that first level, and
yeah.
then
Pete
seeing what you.
Pete made that point. It's just like, don't sweat it. It's only a number. money wise is 12 quid. There's no reason to make a few quid on the side. And that is true. And I think I started the show by saying, actually, what I've gained from YouTube was not what I thought. What I've gained from YouTube are amazing people. I would never have connected with you, Stella, had it not been for YouTube. I would have never connected with people like Robin from Robin Gardens, or Shawnee,
Kevin is why
or Tony, or Pete. I'm going down the list and I'm looking at the people, and they're all people that are so knowledgeable, or on their learning journey. They are all passionate, enthusiastic, not just about gardening and growing, but also about the environment and doing it in the right way. And for me, that's brilliant. I think the monetization thing comes from not thinking that monetization is going to change anything or make us money, or would be quitting the day job. I think it's from it's almost like a pat on the back to yourself. It's like a, if you run a half marathon and you beat your own time, you've hit a target, haven't you? If you get that medal, there's a target there, and it's just like this target. I don't think it's necessarily the money from that. It's just knowing that you've achieved. It's an achievement, isn't it? Really,
and
I don't know. For
Robin
me,
has
anyway.
Robin has asked a very interesting question. She's asking that, do we think that YouTube has done this to clean house and chase away the small channels? I don't actually think that, Robin. My first thought was, number one, being of the brain that always thinks in the negative and considers that the small man is always stepped on in order that the big man can get more of the fruit. I consider the possibility that maybe a lot more channels are becoming successful, and therefore YouTube is raising the bar in order that they don't end up limiting their own profits from the ad revenue that they're getting. And additionally, they actually raise a very key point. AI YouTube channels are growing at an exponential rate. However, where their rationale doesn't make sense is, if you know that AI is growing at an exponential rate, and you actually have the option of setting the bar for them, maybe it needs to be a different bar for channels that are utilizing AI to actually produce content. Because although, yes, it takes a little bit of work to use AI, once you work out an AI system, you can actually churn it out, a lot. So for those of us who do long form content, where you're a human doing the long form content, you can't put out as much and to the same level as someone who's actually using AI. And therefore, maybe the bar should have been raised for AI content, whilst even if you up the bar for us and take it up, say, to 5,000 or 6,000, but doubling it to 8,000 was like smack in the face. But it is what it is. And we're moving on, and we're going to work towards things we can do. Tony has suggested, consider, what do you know? Could you sell your knowledge? Well, how would you go about selling it? Sponsorships, that's another thing that I don't understand how it works. You do need to have an email address in place.
Contact YouTube channels, but also I think when you get the affiliate links, you can select different offers. So it's kind of like I don't really know. I should have had Shawnee on. Shawnee would know, but I know she's busy at this time of day. She's got her children about. So I think this kind of like there's an offering, like these are the affiliate links are available today. And you kind of can, you can pick, and sometimes you get freebies and things like that.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it sounds like you're working on a really interesting project there, Tony.
Yes, it sounds like it, and you have the knowledge. Because if I had time, I've been going to school all my life, and I've decided that I can't be going to school anymore, but I do love to learn. And so I'll do little bits of research and share it, and see what I can do. The reason YouTube is doing this is because the cost of servers are now huge, and the AI content is filling them, and it evaporates the amount of money available. Thank you for that, Tony. That is very, very useful to know, and it is key for people to understand. Yes.
Yeah. And also, they play adverts on our videos, whether we're monetized or not. If we have to double the hours, they get double the revenue from those ads before they have to pay us anything. is the other.
But then you also look at it in another way. My example is this. I've actually got 372 videos sitting on YouTube. YouTube is actually storing them for me without charging me anything. How
True.
much would it cost me to actually store all those videos if I was actually working privately and trying to run my own server? So in a way, you understand
Do you
that.
not save them? Do you not back them up in case something happens to them, Stella?
No, because I'll just start again. I
Okay.
don't, because how many memory sticks are you going to end up with when
I've
each
got
video is a
one
few
hard
gigs?
drive.
How big is it? How many terabytes?
Oh, I don't know. Lots. It can hold about 5 years of my YouTube videos easily, and it's got a 10-year
Wow.
warranty and
You
automatic
will
memory
have to
recovery.
link that in the comments, because I need something like that, because
Okay.
I'm constantly
Yeah.
deleting my videos because I don't have the space. I have
Don't
hard
have the
drives.
space. So that's what I do. So I move all of my raw footage onto it. As so I've compartmentalized it, so I've got all my raw footage on in one file, which is the camera roll, and then I've got another file which is other things, so like images or music that I use in my videos, so resources and branding and stuff, and then I have another file which has got subfiles by date, which has the finished edited videos
Yeah.
in them.
No,
So that's, it's all in one place, and I
yeah.
can find it easily.
I think I'll start to do that. Sean is saying something that is important. I was actually speaking to Dave, one of the other YouTubers, just this evening, and he was telling me about at 8:23, just after Tony's comment, about being aware that when people are sending you emails regarding sponsorship, beware of jumping onto sponsorships too quickly, because there's hacking emails as well, and you might end up with someone trying to take your channel and your details and everything. So please be
Is it
careful.
that one? Nope, that's the wrong one. No, I
Yeah,
didn't mean that
it's
one.
be
It moved.
aware. Yeah, it's just below where Tony said the reason YouTube are doing that. 8:23. If you look for 8:23 p.m., that's where it is. And then
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah,
yeah, and
absolutely. And you will get, because to get emails from other creators, you put your email on your homepage. You also invite, even if you get those emails and you think, well, there may be something behind it, they all want a fee, and you're never going to recover that money. In all honesty,
exactly,
it's a bit like
exactly.
paying for views or paying for
Yeah,
subscribers.
no, I'm not
It's
going to
it's
pay.
it's it's a scam, basically. You
It
pay
is,
for it.
yeah.
It pops up for a certain amount of time and then it disappears. And in this
Mm,
case, I suspect just your money disappears. I don't
yeah.
suspect you get a lot out of it.
And then Half
Uh,
Homestead is talking about there being a lot of creators using Patreon, because that's, once again, it's to do with this Britishness of not wanting to ask people for money or
yeah.
sponsorship in that way. So I think I like the idea of trying to sell what you know and what you do well to others, and that way, you can actually start to impress. But I also love the community. I really, really love the community. Do you know, I live in a family that are not interested in gardening.
Yeah.
They'll
You
eat
spoke
what I
about that a
grow.
lot.
Yeah, but they're not interested in gardening at all. So it's fun to have people I can talk to about my enthusiastic, garden. I love it to bits. And so for me, that's where the joy lies. And chasing a number, I realized, is going to result in me losing the joy of what I love, and then ending up burnt out like some of the other YouTubers you've seen who get big, but they keep chasing and chasing and chasing. And in the end, in order to maintain that level of success, they end up burning out. So let things go organically, although I'm actually going to learn to do better, because I can't be demanding that they let me into a partnership when the content I'm giving is not enough for me to get into that partnership. And so we also have to look at what we do in terms of how good are our videos. And this is something that I've been avoiding doing Because it's not as much fun as being in the garden and playing with worms and
No,
manure.
it's not nearly so much fun, is it? No.
No, it
Do you know, I
isn't.
have a really lovely time videoing, and then it comes to
Yes,
editing, and then I'm like,
editing.
oh, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, I know the
Yeah.
sound quality is not going to be all that good because I have a windy site, and I know that I've waffled quite a lot about something, and I'm like, oh, I've got to find the bits that are acceptable for people to listen to, and it takes so long. But
Yeah.
I love making it, so
Yeah.
I love filming and moving the camera around. It always feels a bit special, showing off.
Yes, it is fun to record everything. But can I just say something that is key? Jay has just put a note in the group to say you need a notepad when you're actually watching this, and you also need to be reading the comments. So swipe to the left and make sure that you're actually looking through, because we've got some big YouTubers here who are giving
We've got some really
advice
good ones.
and are giving you advice on how you can stop worrying about the 8,000 watch hours and actually focus on your 3,000 watch hours, because once you're past that hurdle, you have the opportunity for a lot more than just the peanuts you'll get from a YouTube partnership where you get the AdSense revenue. So please, 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 if nothing else, pause the video right now, get a piece of paper, get a pen or pencil and start to make notes, because there's a lot of good advice in there. And
There
even
is a
I will
lot
be
of good
watching
advice.
this again.
I
I'll be
will be
watching this
too.
again.
I
And
meant to make notes, but it's all going too quickly. It's all
no,
too
it
good.
is going very, very
and I
quickly.
keep putting up here and then not reading them out.
Yes,
I will say, Tony, I absolutely agree about never collaborating for just a product or
yes,
becoming known for it. I have watched videos with people and I have unsubscribed. To be fair, none of you guys, but bigger YouTubers, and they do a video and they're like, "Oh, have you got this problem?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do have that problem." And you watch it, and it turns out about 10 minutes into the video, it's a sales pitch, and you're just like, okay, so you haven't really solved the problem. You're just selling, it's usually a kitchen gadget that doesn't work. And I'm just like, okay, you've just wasted 10 minutes of my life where I could have actually been learning something. And so,
yes.
once I will forgive, but if it happens more than once, I'm like, okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Because I know people got to make their money, but there are ways and means of doing it without.
Yes, yeah. And Tony has said something that is very key. Success comes with a price sometimes. And so he's talking about the fact that he's burnt out several times. And therefore, beware of what you wish for, because it may not be what you think. The grass is not greener. You have to work hard to be successful. You have to constantly be creating new content to keep people engaged, because with all these shorts and everything, people have less and less of an attention span in several ways, and they'll switch from one to the other rather than actually absorbing it. And editing is fun, Robin says. And not as much fun in the summer.
Editing. Robin loves editing. It's one of her
trying
favorite things, but I'm
editing.
one of those that doesn't.
Yeah, and what you need to remember is things like videography. Shoni was talking about, build your skills in videography. Make sure that your sound is good, because, my research has told me that your video might be a little bit poor in terms of the image quality, but if your sound is poor, then people are more likely to step out. Hello, hey,
Danny's
oh my
in.
God, you're
Danny,
here. Another
nice to
person
see
to
you.
advise.
And these people love editing. Oh, it's
yes.
the babe
No.
of my
Do you know what? I
life.
don't mind editing. Actually, which editing software do you all use?
That's an entirely different show, Stella.
I do apologize, because we're here to give people advice.
Oh gosh, I can't remember off the top of my head. What's it? DaVinci
Can everyone
Resolve.
put their own, or use DaVinci Resolve? Oh God, too complicated.
Okay. Now, I'm sorry. The answer to this, Danny, is whenever you're ready. I am happy to come on one of your lives when you run them. And
Danny,
I am
you
very
need to come and join us.
to come and join us. Whenever. Oh,
Danny.
yes.
Yeah. Actually, Danny, if you're available on the 29th of September. Yeah. Yeah, so
But
Daniel, we're talking about this new 8,000 watch hours, and Tony is already making us aware of the
Danny
fact
exceeds
that
that every month. Danny has
I
at
know,
least
I know, he
100,000 hours
does.
a month. He
But
does.
Daniel works hard as well, which is what we were
He
talking
does. He
about.
does.
He
Well,
does work
it,
hard.
again, that's the burnout thing. So Danny was doing the end bit of his degree and all his exams, and working full-time nursing, and doing his YouTube channel, and keeping up with the plot, and a really busy family life and family holidays. And oh
Yeah,
my goodness me, did he work
yeah.
hard? And
It's
then he got so
interesting.
stressed out about his shed, he nearly gave up, nearly went, I'm not doing it. Don't care. Anybody who
Overwhelmed.
hasn't seen Danny's channel, the Grump channel, I'm sure you all have. Go and check it
Yes.
out, because he's
Yeah.
lovely crap.
So,
Yeah.
so YouTube create, people are putting ideas of
Yeah.
what software they use in
I
their.
know a lot of people swear by CapCut as well. Loads of people. Rob's
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Hey,
Hi, Rob.
Rob. How are you? How are you? Lovely to see you here. Robin uses iMovie. I use Luma Fusion. So if
Some
you're
of
not
us
sure.
can't afford Apple Macs, MacBooks and things. I don't think they even call them that anymore. It's very 90s saying MacBook, isn't it? I'm showing my age.
They are still MacBooks.
Are they still MacBook? I have no idea. My son has an Apple, but
if you
he's
still,
a bit more older than me.
yeah. So if you're still driving for that 4,000 watch hours, please, please, please read the comments, but maybe consider your goal being the 3,000 watch hours, and let's start to think of ideas of what you could sell once you hit that point, because you'll have that opportunity to make even more money than the peanuts that you'll get from the AdSense revenue.
Oh, £5,000 on a new MacBook Pro. Wow.
Yeah, I do love my Macs. I haven't had a Windows laptop or computer in over 30 years. So even when I was at uni, I used to go to the IT rooms that had the Macs in them, because once you have a Mac, you never go back, because you don't need to buy software for antivirus.
Yeah. I agree,
So,
Shawnee. Gasp.
yeah, but 5K is a lot of money.
It is.
But if he's going to use it and he's using it, then
it's the tools. If you need the tools for something that earns you money, then it's foolish to not get the right tool. Same as in the garden. If you're not using the right tool, then it's really foolish. I just wanted to say, while we're on here, I mentioned this earlier to Jay, the J-bot, that I watched a really good video, because I was feeling really down about this, and I kind of was like, well, that's it, I just give up. I'm never going to be monetized. That's fine. I'll just do the live shows, because I really, really enjoy doing the live shows. I love the community. I will just be part of the community, and I might show off my garden, whatever, but I'm not going to stress about trying to get videos out and how many subscribers I've got and the rest of it. And then I watched a video from Chad's channel, and Chad's now I'm going to get it wrong, Down Home Backyard Gardening, I think.
Yes.
And he did I really recommend everybody who is really stressed about this getting monetized and what, goes to check that out, because he gives really good, there's so much rubbish advice out there. Like, if you want to get to whatever, you need this camera, you need to do this shot, you've got to do your web optimization, whatever. But he's gone really back to basics, and he's like, how to use your YouTube analytics, how to keep people focused on your videos. And I was like, oh, I'd take notes and I'd have loads of information, but actually I'd just be stealing Chad's work. He did so much research and so much work on this video.
Actually,
and it really is
it's not stealing, because if he's put it out there, he's actually offering to share it with people, because that's something
I don't need to repeat him. I could just tell you how amazing it was, the sort of thing it involves, and everybody can go and check out the live
and then
link
check it out. That's very true.
Yeah,
that's very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to
Shawnee
start
calls it idea farming. I like that. That's good.
Yeah. Yes, it's true.
That's good.
If you
but, yeah.
if you're actually interested. Go on.
And basically, it got me out of the slump of being very negative about this and feeling
Mm-hmm.
really bad about it, to actually, it really made me evaluate why I'm doing YouTube again. I do it quite often, and it's not about the money, and it never will be about the money, because if I ever get monetized, I know from Pete, I think he's, like he said, £12 this year. He's been monetized since December. And he spends more money on postage to send people seeds than he's made, I think. I think the same would be the same for people like Robin.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's a strange to strive for something that you know isn't as good as some people make it out. For some people, it's the beginning and end of everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and yes, Robin and you and Shawnee also had a great live last night, and I have got both of them on my watch list to watch later. So there is Robin and Shawnee were both on with Doug and down home backyard gardening last night. And then Shawnee and Robin were also on together on their Roots and Rambles, I think, live stream, which was also good. And I'm going to click this. I haven't read it, but it's going to be
Tony,
good
I've read
advice.
it. He says that, forget looking at the analytics so much and look at who you are and what you have and who you're creating for, and create an avatar of an ideal viewer and make the videos for them. Now, Tony, I actually agree with that. However, sometimes what we like might not necessarily be the kind of things that people out there like. And yes, they say find your community and they will actually love you the way you are. And that's very true. And therefore retain the genuineness of who you are. But the delivery of your content also matters, because I've actually just been doing, yes, analytics are not as important, but if you want to get better, you have to look at what's working and what isn't working.
Yeah.
And I actually found one of my very
I
old
did
videos.
say that. I did say that. I said I'd be happy. But I did think I said, if I were your neighbour, I'd be really happy to come help you. Yeah.
Ah, that's so nice.
Buy me a plane ticket. I will come.
But your garden
and
is
Pete,
so lovely. The rust is so rustic and beautiful the way it is.
And Pete will tell you, if I say I'm happy to give you a hand, I really am. I do turn up and give you a hand if you need it.
Yes. Oh, that's fantastic.
That's also a very British thing. If anybody doesn't know, Brits always go, "Oh, if you need any help, just give me a shout," and they don't mean it. Most of them are just, it's a polite thing, like you ask how somebody is, and the correct response is, "I'm doing fine, thank you." They don't want to know how you are. And usually when people go, "Oh, if you need a hand, mate, give me a shout," and they don't mean it.
Yeah, it's so true. It's very true. Yeah. Tony has just said something that's very true. Is to make it for everyone. It's better to have 1,000 people who watch every time than to have 458 people who don't watch. And that's another key thing to remember. Not all your subscribers will always watch. Some of them subscribe, but they never come back ever again. So you have to be consistent and don't change who you are in order to try and meet the audience. Let the audience meet you where you are. Which is Pete says he's going to retire and he's managed to make £136 this year. That's good to know, Pete.
You can always watch back later, Eddie. Yeah.
Yes. Eddie, Kevin is now sausages. So if you moved, you'll be in, I think Joe will pay you in kind with sausages.
Oh goodness me! Hilarious. It was. Sorry. Just before the show, I had a friend message me, another YouTuber with a small holding channel, and he went, "I don't know what to do. I got 86 kilos of pork back from my 2 pigs." And I just messaged back, went 150 kilos of sausages, mate. He's like, "Oh no, you've got it worse than me."
And then Sean is suggesting one video, one viewer topic. Each video stands alone. A very good point. Yeah, don't go all over the place. Focus on one thing. Decide one thing that you're going to talk about and fix yourself on that. And then when you're editing, however much you love all the other content of everything you talked about, If it has nothing to do with that topic, cut it out. That's something I've had to learn, and it was not an easy thing to do. Because sometimes you
Yeah.
feel like, oh, this would be really good, but ultimately, it has nothing to do with what you've been talking about. And so you have to just kill it all. And I don't even
Yeah.
keep that content.
No, no. And
And
again, that is the top and bottom of it. It's just I've had so Jenny has visited and made a video. I've had quite a few YouTubers that have come and said, "Oh, we'll do a bit of videoing," and it is a really beautiful spot I have. And on multiple occasions with multiple different YouTubers, they've come and they're going, "Oh, you're so well, not different, but like, oh, you're like, it's really nice having a chat." And multiple times with multiple YouTubers, we've sat, had a lovely cup of tea, piece of cake, chit chatted for way too long, gone, "Oh, we've run out of time. Never mind, we'll have to do it again." I haven't
that's
filmed
what,
anything.
yeah,
Either of
it's
us
true.
ever. It's just, Jenny's the only person that's actually made it to me and been really determined and made a video. But we nearly missed that as well because we spent too long on the beach eating pasties. It's just like, yeah, and I
No,
have some people booked in, but whether we manage to make a new video or not, I doubt. But to be fair, it's about the community and about the people you meet, and sometimes the meeting and not worrying about how good the video shot is, or
yeah,
yeah,
it's very true.
sometimes it's not
And
as important.
no, it's not as important. And I feel that the community is so full of it. It's a bit like when Jenny came to visit me for her plots on tour. Do you know that she arrived at 10 o'clock in the morning, but we didn't start recording until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon because we were talking. And then we
Yeah.
realized that we're supposed to be recording. Because we even had lunch. We went and had lunch and came back and we were still. So, yeah, so I think the community is fantastic. I love the fact that people get to know each other and they get to, hear about each other. Uh, what are they talking about with regards to squirrels?
I haven't got that far. Pete's talking about my. I'm just lapping up all the praise from Pete, like good carrot cake. I do make good cake. Oh,
Do you?
yeah, yeah. Danny, take. So Robin, in Chicagoland has a dreadful trouble with
Oh,
squirrels
yes, with
and
squirrels. Yes, I
also more
know
and
that.
more rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
But Danny
Mm-hmm.
said he'd take a cute squirrel off your hands. And weirdly, I have squirrels and rabbits, and they're not nearly so much of a problem for me as the pheasants. And the squirrels and rabbits stick to the hedgerows. There's so much in there for them, and there's so many hundreds of meters of hedgerows that they
Mm-hmm.
don't bother with my food. Although I have noticed some of my tomatoes nibbled, I think because it was so hot and dry, I think the
Yes.
mice have needed moisture, like the little
Mm-hmm.
harvester mice. I've got lots of those.
Mm-hmm. Do I
There's
have
obviously a private
permission
joke.
to ask? Do I have permission to ask if anyone knows how to get rid of mice? Because my allotment is a jungle, so
Good,
I think the
a
mice.
good cat, a good wild cat.
We've got quite a few cats that come onto the allotment, but I think cats get my energy and give me a wide berth. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, but I'm scared of mice, so I
Mm.
just thought that maybe people have ideas.
Um, I
Oh,
wonder if one of those, so you can get those noise emitting things that you're meant to
oh
use
yes,
for
yeah.
molds, because the mice I have tunnel under the ground. I've got molds as well. They're no problem at all until
Mm-hmm.
they put their molehill under one of my favorite plants and it topples over. And if I don't notice and replant it, it doesn't. Yeah. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
cats are best, but I'm wondering if one of those noise emitters would work. The thing with the mice is harvester mice in particular have a really hard time in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Like the house mice, not got time for, and the regular ones, but these are like the pretty little red mice. They're really
Mm-hmm.
small, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I wouldn't want to kill any of them.
Now this one is
But
grey. They're pretty still. They're very healthy, and they
mm.
haven't been eating my crop. The problem is they're living in my shed, and that's unacceptable. I don't do
Ah.
sharing with mice. And yes, noise
I wonder
emitters
if
are rubbish. Tony says.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. So what to do?
Yeah.
I thought that maybe if I can actually put out, a speaker with the high-pitched noise emitter every time I'm at the allotment, so it's constantly playing, rather than buying one, because another good way is oh, Rob.
I don't think that you'd be able to tell if you'd shut the mouse. I don't think there'd be enough left to tell if it ran away or you had hit it.
True.
I do have an air rifle, and that might be coming out. It might
Do you
be
have to have a
coming out.
license for those?
No, not for an air rifle. No.
No, but I don't want a gun. I grew up seeing people with guns. So
yeah, it's not really. You struggle to kill, I think, bigger than a mouse with an air rifle. It's just it's air compression. There's no gunpowder, and the pellets are tiny. Sorry, I'm scrolling back through now because
carry on.
Yeah, I hadn't no, only because I hadn't noticed if Adri had come in. I've just seen
Yes, I've just seen Adri.
She had.
Yeah.
Hi, Adri. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. There's so much chat and it's whizzing by.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Yeah. So,
go on.
The other thing, because we're nearly out of time to talk about, is what we can do to support each other. And I absolutely agree with all the comments here. I think if you're watching this and you have favorite YouTube channels and you have been watching them quietly and not saying anything, like the video. If you like the video, I'm not saying be disingenuous and just click like on, but if you genuinely have watched a video and liked it, leave a comment. Just go, hey, I watched a video, I liked it. It all helps because YouTube gets that feedback and they go, okay, we can show this to more people. So that's something you can do if you're watching this and you like certain channels, and subscribe, because that is one of the other things that YouTube counts as subscribers. And to be fair, that is the only feedback we get on our videos, is the comments page, the messages we get. That's the only way that we know if you're enjoying our
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah.
And only subscribe if you're going to watch. That's something that is key, Tony.
Yes, that too. Yeah. But if you really like content and then you don't see it for a while, it doesn't pop up on your For You page, it's probably because you haven't subscribed and they're trying to show you different things. So
May I just say something? Jenny came up with an idea that we discussed on our live on Tuesday about putting a hashtag #BeMoreAli next to any new channel so that other people can find them as well, and actually as all of us, be more like Ali. What's the hashtag again? #BeMoreAli. I've actually put it into the comments.
Okay.
And
I got it.
So basically what she suggested is a lot of us need to be more like Ali at My Rusty Garden. She's always finding new creators. She's always supporting new creators and old creators. She's always commenting. And we were saying every time we find a new channel, we think we've beaten her to it, only to see her in the comments already there.
Yeah.
So, and she's one of the first people who subscribed to me and started commenting on my videos. So we thought that using her as a hashtag, and she has agreed to it, would be a fantastic idea. When you find a new channel, just put a hashtag #BeMoreAli at the end of your comment on that channel so that other people can find it as well, because it would be good. I'm always looking for new channels because there's so many people out there who are doing the same thing I do. And you all love gardening. Let's make our community great, because we are a niche topic in the ideas of YouTube. And so I think it would be great if everyone supports everyone else. Always press the like button as soon as you get onto that video, and also comment, because then that shows that the video is interesting enough that YouTube will send it out to more people to see if more people will actually watch it. But if you just come in and then pop out not having done either of those, then YouTube doesn't know, and therefore it might actually decide to work differently. The
other thing I was going to say to some of the YouTubers, collaborations with other YouTubers, not necessarily to sell things, but I've been in a collaboration called Across the Holdings because we're a group that have small holdings. So Kirsty, who's been in the channel from Heart's Humble Homestead, and Adri's Farmhouse Kitchen, they're both part of the collaboration. There's also Bride's House Farm, which is Jamie, who has been on the lives with me with his wife Tanya, and also Fields and Flocks, which is Jim and Lou up in Wales, and we just shoot a little video to put on each other's and collaborate, and that's
a good
really
idea.
well. Yeah. So do you remember when we collaborated and I sent you the little video?
Yes.
And then you sent me a little one and we played it. But that's how the collaboration works. And it's worked really well to support all of us. Because first of all, we have a little WhatsApp group. And so that's who was messaging me about their meat delivery today. But it's just advice and general help, which is amazing because if I phoned you, Stella, and asked you about what I should be doing about my lambs or pigs, you'd be like, "What's up, Joe?" I have no clue. So it's really good to have that support from somebody else who's working it out as well. But also it's helped because the people that watch their channels and them running the small holding and being more all-rounded, it's animals and husbandry and farming and on a scale that is bigger than just what you would need at home, growing vegetables and things, it works really well for us. So if you've got like-minded and similar content and similar interested viewers, then that sort of thing could work. And ours works by so once a month we all post a question. So I've got a question that I've put in the chat for everybody on the WhatsApp, and they will all send their questions, and then we each answer the person's question and send them the little video, and then that gets put into their next video. So if we're covering it, so I did a topic on how to save money on the small holding a little while ago, and then that was the question I asked all the other smallholders: how do you save? Like, everything's getting really expensive. How are you coping because of all the costs rising? And they all sent me back their little videos, and I interspersed that into my video where I was talking about how I was trying to cut costs and be more cost effective on the small holding. So it works really, really well because people see a little bit, just a minute or so of the other person to see if they like them, and then they can go and check out their channels, and they're all linked. So it works really well. And I was thinking that is a really good way of reaching like-minded people that are also interested in what you
find
do.
your tribe. That's the tip.
Yeah, don't reach out to somebody that runs, like I've got a mechanic shop or I do yoga. Reach out to somebody that have the same goals as you do.
Yes,
thank you, Danny.
Thank
you, Danny.
Yeah.
And I keep meaning to say this. I did know she come in, Dusty. I keep trying to put you up and say hi.
Yeah.
But
Dusty's, worried about his perennials because he says that they've not had rain and the chance of rain is 0 to 0. So,
no.
I feel for him because the struggle is real.
We've been there. I've got no fruit on any of my trees because they just haven't had enough water. They dropped their fruit in order to save themselves, which is fair enough. Yeah. Did you have any last winding up comments? Because we are nearly at time, Stella.
Don't give up hope. Don't give up your videos because there's always people out there who enjoy them. And rather than focusing on the 8,000, start by focusing on the 3,000. Get over one hurdle and then look at the next one. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. Stay there and stay positive.
Yeah. And I think for me, my thought is monetization isn't what we get out of this. I think the community is more what we get out of it, and we have to think a bit pretty much like Tony is. If it does need to be an income, if you can't do this without an income coming from it, you have to think of other ways to make an income stream. I mean, I had this weird idea that I would get about 200 viewers that were local because they'd see me go, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, you can look it up on YouTube, and they'd all come and buy my sausages. I've got people that watch from all over the world. I've made some really great friends, but nobody apart from Pete is close enough to come and get sausages from me. And
have you looked into the cost of actually posting them much further? Because I know that I have someone who'd love organic sausages.
Refrigeration.
Okay.
Yeah, I could post them, but they might be a bit stinky by the time they get there.
Yeah,
they are
it would have to be a courier.
Fresh. Yeah, it would have to be a refrigerated van. So you're talking in that sort of quantities, you would want like a restaurant order, because obviously if you've got the specialist refrigerated van. So I'm packaging them all and I'm freezing them all. I know Rob's going to come down, and I've said he can have some because he will come and visit me. I think he's down in October. I will take some down to Pete. I will contact him and organize meeting up with him. But anyway, so basically that's it. YouTube offers you more than monetization, and there are other ways and means to make money. Tony is completely right. Go out and find a way. And once you start making videos, you realize how much you learn. So maybe one day, Stella, you and I might have a book in us, and we can.
My book will be about manure.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, I think my book, if I wrote a book, it would be all about plant guilds and permaculture philosophy.
I think mine would be about self-watering systems, because I love them so much and they do so well.
That would be a good one. That would be good. Oh, and Anne's place is showing up. Oh, it's nice to see you, Anne. We are about to go, Anne. It's lovely to see you.
We're about to go, but please rewatch it from the beginning. Yeah, that would be great. And thank you for everyone who's been here. Stay positive and support each other is key. So that is it.
Okay, right. I'm going to turn you off for a minute, Stella, and then I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. I'm sorry, I always put the cursor in the wrong place. There we go. And thank you very much, everybody, for showing up. I've lost track of time and what's going on. I think I've got another live next week. I fit in. I do a live whenever I'm not at work. So I think I'm here next week. But check out my channel. If I do have a live, I will post I will put up the live, and I will do a post to say, hey, we're definitely live. And I will hopefully see you next week. But keep a lookout, and I will see you all soon. Thank you very much for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.